Sequence diagrams are used to display the interaction between users, screens, objects and entities within the system. Frequently these diagrams are placed under use cases in the model to illustrate the use case scenario, how a user will interact with the system and what happens internally to get the work done. They focus on message sequences, that is, how messages are sent and received between a number of objects. Sequence diagrams have two axes. The vertical axis shows time and the horizontal axis shows a set of objects. Message and activation. A message specifies the sender and receiver objects and the action of a stimulus. It may correspond to calling an operation or raising the signal. Stimulus is used to describe an interaction between two objects that conveys information with an expectation with some action. The UML diagram. The signal is a synchronous communication that may have parameters. From a pragmatic modeling perspective, we need to distinguish between synchronous and asynchronous messages. When a message is sent to an object, it invokes an operation of that object. When a message is received, the operation that has been invoked begins to execute. The message name is usually the same as the particular operation that is being invoked. Types of message. Synchronous message. It is also called procedural call. The sending operation waits for the receiving object to complete execution before resuming. Asynchronous message does not cause the invoking operation to halt execution while it awaits a return. Activation. The period of time during which an operation executes is known as an activation. The activation period of an operation includes any delay while the operation waits for a response from another operation that it has itself invoked as part of its execution. Synchronous message. Drawn with a full arrowhead. Asynchronous message drawn with an open arrowhead. Concepts used in the sequence diagrams. Simple message. Activation. Synchronous message. Lifeline guard, and objects. Sequence diagrams are used to model 1. Usage scenarios. The usage scenario is a description of a potential way your system is used. The logic of a usage scenario may be part of a use case, perhaps an alternate course. It may also be one entire path through a use case, such as the logic described by the basic course of action or a portion of the basic course of action, plus one or more alternate scenarios. 2. The logic of methods. Sequence diagrams can be used to explore the logic of a complex operation, function, or procedure. 3. The logic of services. The service is effectively a high-level method, often one that can be invoked by a wide variety of clients. The process model is a UML extension of an activity diagram used to model a business process. This diagram shows what goal the process has, the inputs, outputs, events and information that are involved in the process. Process modeling. Activity diagrams. Activity diagram shows the conditional logic for the sequence of system activities needed to accomplish a business process. Also, It is one method of specifying dynamic behavior of a model. It depicts activities which are carried out by human or computer actors, and the transitions between activities, when logging the conditions governing the moving to another activity. Start with existing set of analysis model. Progressively add technical details. Design model must be more detailed than analysis model. Component diagram. The diagram that shows the software components or modules and their dependencies. And deployment diagram. The diagram that shows how the software components, process and objects are deployed into the physical architecture of the system.